Hi, I'm Kay Shipper with the latest from Radio Stone Update. IQ Power Tools is partnering with the National Tile Contractors Association, the NTCA, and the American Lung Association to present a free webinar next week on silicosis hazards and protections. The webinar, set for noon Pacific Time on November 17th via Zoom or Facebook Live, will give attendees the opportunity to join in a roundtable discussion on silica hazards, OSHA standards, and more. A panel of experts will be on hand, including Paul Guth, IQ's president, Bart Batiga, NTCA Executive Director, Jim Olson, NTCA Assistant Executive Director, Mark Heinlein, NTCA Training Director, and Dr. Andy Levy, Medical Spokesman for the American Lung Association. IQ's Guth says the manufacturer is encouraging contractors from across the country to participate. He says, quote, "We're going to get scientific and really drive the message home about the seriousness of the health hazards associated with silica exposure," end quote. Adds NTCA's Batiga, quote, "Raising awareness of the OSHA respirable silica rule and the harmful effects that can result if workers fail to properly control potentially harmful dust that it contains is something we have taken very seriously," end quote. The webinar will use Virtual Visitor, a mobile digital broadcast platform offered by IQ. This is the first of two silica presentations being done with the NTCA. The second one, scheduled for December, will discuss compliance options and understanding the permissible exposure limits. Attendees can register on the IQ Power Tools or NTCA Facebook pages. The world's largest stone trade event, and the first one canceled this year because of the pandemic, is coming back with a live event in May 2021. Organizers of the China Xiamen International Stone Fair announced that the 21st edition of the event will be held May 18th through 21st at Xiamen International Conference and Exhibition Center. The 2020 version of the show, initially scheduled for last March, was first moved to June and then October before being canceled for this year. The May event will include the World Stone Congress, the Stone Infinite Product Design Show, and launch out at XSF 2021. In making their announcement, organizers say the decision to hold the physical event came after consultations with exhibitors, visitors, and partners. The statement says in part, quote, "The prevention and control of the pandemic has become a new normal in China, that trade shows reopened gradually in many cities, making a revitalization market," end quote. Event organizers are also emphasizing prevention protocols. Beginning last week, visitors to China can take direct flights with proof of acceptable COVID-19 tests within 48 hours of boarding the plane. For more information on the China Xiamen International Stone Fair, go to stonefair.org.cn/index.asp. That's good news from China, but one of the last shows to take place in 2020 before the pandemic became worldwide announces its 2021 version has been canceled. Vitória Stone Fair, held each February in Brazil, will hold its next live event February 15th through the 18th, 2022. Organizers say the decision was based on the need for an event where attendees could feel 100% safe, and their belief that this coming February couldn't necessarily provide such an experience. The trial of a man charged with killing 3 of his co-workers in a Maryland stone fabrication shop and wounding 2 others has ended with guilty verdicts on all counts. Raddy Prince was convicted in the mass shooting, which took place in October 2017 at Advanced Granite Solutions in Edgewood, Maryland, where Prince worked as a fabricator. The 40-year-old was also found criminally responsible, negating any claims of insanity concerning the incident. Prince testified that he shot his co-workers, but only after he feared for his life. The jury deliberated only 3 hours before returning the guilty verdicts. The trial had been delayed due to psychiatric evaluations concerning Prince's ability to understand criminal conduct and conform his behavior to the law. Earlier, Prince had been found guilty of criminal manslaughter in a separate shooting that occurred the same day in Delaware. Although no date has been set for the sentencing, Maryland prosecutors say they will seek 5 sentences of life without parole for Prince.
This is Emerson Schwarzkopf, editor of Stone Update magazine. While ballot counting continues across the United States, the final numbers are in for hard surface imports in September, and it's a big win. The $390.7 million in total customs value not only beats August shipments by 3.2%, it's 8.8% better than September 2019. In fact, this September is the best September for hard surface imports ever. To get comparative numbers, we need to take porcelain surfaces out of the mix because of import classification changes a few years ago. The adjusted total for this September, including natural stone and quartz surfaces, is $274.8 million, and that beats the September record of $247.1 million set in 2006 at the height of the housing market bubble. You'll get a clear picture of the good news in the latest edition of Hard Surface Report that goes live later this week. Check your email for the announcement or subscribe today at hardsurfacereport.com.
Tile installers looking to add an important credential to their resumes will finally get the chance when the Ceramic Tile Education Foundation, the CTEF, resumes hands-on testing this coming February. The testing program was suspended last March with the advent of the COVID-19 pandemic. The hands-on testing will take place February 20th at the Carpet and Tile Warehouse in Vero Beach, Florida. It's open to installers with at least 2 years of experience as the lead installer in setting ceramic and porcelain tile on a full-time basis. This includes full responsibility for substrate prep, layout, and coordinating the tile installation with other trades, as well as properly installing underlayment, tile, grout, and sealant. The test consists of 2 parts. An open book test based on the CTI manual is taken at the installer's business or home address beforehand. The in-person test is given at various locations around the United States. Scott Carruthers, Director of Certification and Training for CTEF, says, quote, "The pandemic has reinforced the importance of the tile industry to have a pool of talented and certified installers available to handle the amount of new work on the horizon," end quote. The 2021 events will be held under a COVID-19 policy and following CDC guidelines for the wearing of masks, social distancing, and the use of PPE. Temperatures will be taken at the beginning of each day, and no tools or equipment may be shared. For more information, go to www.ceramictilefoundation.org/events. DuPont Performance Building Solutions and Corian Design recently announced new sustainability goals for 2030. The new goals are defined as being, quote, "in support of its aspiration to lead and partner in delivering solutions that transform how lasting affordable shelter is created for people around the world," end quote. Announced goals include reducing greenhouse gas emissions from operations by 75% from 2019 levels, advancing the circular economy in the building industry through innovation in materials and business models, and plans that eliminate and upcycle waste across the product life cycle. DuPont also will collaborate with customers and partners to bring green chemistry innovations to market and drive continued reduction in the presence of priority substances in the product portfolio. Sean Hunter, the global sustainability leader for DuPont PBS and Corian Design, says, quote, "We are thrilled to share our 2030 sustainability goals, which will serve as our North Star for advancing sustainability in the built environment over the next decade," end quote. Keep up with all the industry news through our online newsletter, Slab and Sheet. And check the notes on this episode's webpage for links to everything in this broadcast. I'm Kay Shipper for Radio Stone Update, and we'll see you here again soon.